Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me again. As you can tell by the title, this would be hands down one of my most requested videos besides anything Love Island. I am filming and showing to you guys my skincare routine. This is something that I have been doing for months and months and months now. This isn't something that I've just decided to do on a whim. None of this is sponsored whatsoever. There are a few reoccurring brands. I promised you guys nothing is sponsored. Everything has been over trial and error, as skincare is. What works for me may very well not work for you. So that is something that I need to say with this video is essentially take everything I say with a grain of salt. Some of these products are expensive and they very well may not work for you. So I recommend trying to get a tester if possible. But my skincare routine, I have nailed it and I'm so happy with how it is. I have gotten constant compliments, questions, queries, you name it, on my skin and asking if I can do a skincare routine. If you follow me on Instagram, you would know that quite a few months ago I stopped using filters on my stories, so you guys were always seeing exactly how I looked. I just wanted to try and be a little bit more authentic, and through that you guys saw how well my skin was doing. And it's definitely taken some effort, but we're here now. So I'm going to run through my skincare routine. I'm going to run through all the products, all the extras, like my favorite kinds of face masks. I'm going to run through body moisturizers that I use, and I'm going to run through treatments that I've had done with my facialist. So I'm going to run through my morning and nighttime routine because it does differ, and then just pretty much anything to do with skin I'm going to show you today. Now, as for treatments and things that I get done to my face, I go see Melissa at Melissa Young Beauty. She is my facialist. She's also who's recommended me all these products. Well, recommended me most of these products, but I got her to send through a list of all the treatments that I've ever done with her. The biggest difference that I've noticed with any of the treatments I've had done with her is skin needling. I know you've probably heard a lot of people talk about skin needling, but it really is all that it's talked up to be. It is phenomenal. The biggest thing that it helped with was the texture of my skin and the redness. So basically any skin concern that you have, skin needling will fix it. I don't want to reel off all the benefits of skin needling because there's a lot, but basically it helps with redness, texture, complexion, scarring, pigmentation, hydration, rejuvenation, fine lines and wrinkles. It does everything. And I would highly recommend it. That is what I get quite frequently with Melissa Young every 6 to 8 weeks. Sometimes we skip, but skin needling is something that I have become quite frequent with every couple of months or every few months. So I have gotten oxygen infusions, which is just an ultra hydrating infusion of hydration, basically. I've had microdermabrasion, which is also lovely. Immediately that makes my skin feel so incredibly soft and supple and fresh. That also doesn't have any downtime. Skin needling, you are quite red. You don't really want to put any makeup on for the next 24 hours. Whereas microdermabrasion, it's just a light exfoliant and it just makes your skin feel incredible. I've also done LED lights. LED lights are incredible for reducing UV damage. Whenever I go in there, it's always for whatever I'm needing at the time. No two treatments are ever the same because my skin needs are always different. But yeah, that is what I get done with Melissa, and I bloody love it. Okay, so starting off with my morning routine. So my morning and nighttime routine differ slightly. So morning routine obviously must contain sunscreen. My morning routine, I always start off with my cleanser. Now you will notice a few Ultraceuticals products throughout this video. As I mentioned in the intro, nothing is sponsored, nothing whatsoever. This is just what my facialist recommends. She gave me a full skin regime and now I do it. So this is the Ultra Balancing Gel Cleanser. My skin type, by the way, is dry. I don't have sensitive skin whatsoever. I just have very dry skin that absorbs everything, which is why it's really important for me to use good products on my skin because it will absorb anything that goes on top of it. So I use this cleanser morning and night. This is a holy grail product of mine now. It is in my top 3 recommended products that I would recommend for you to try today from this video if it meets your needs. This is one of my favorite products from my whole routine. Having dry skin, cleansers can be quite scary, and one thing I recommend is a double cleanse, which can be extremely scary for people with dry skin because we already don't have much oil, so the idea of doing a double cleanse freaks us out. But this cleanser makes my skin feel so clean, but not stripped of any of my natural oils. It's just amazing. It's just so good. So double cleansers, I don't really hear many people talking about it. Generally the rule of thumb is you want to always cleanse for at least 60 seconds because there are active ingredients in your cleansers that if you're only cleansing for 10 or 15 seconds, it's not really enabling it to penetrate the skin. So with a double cleanse, it really ensures that you are actually cleansing for 60 seconds. So generally in the morning, I won't do a double cleanse. I will only do a single cleanse just to rinse off last night's makeup, but I will do a good vigorous 30-second cleanse. It's always good to moisturize, to really massage your skin because your face has muscles and it's good to massage them. It actually tones them so it can give you a little bit more structure in the face. These are just little things that I've learned from my facialist. You definitely want to do a cleanse in the morning. This was something that I never used to do, but if you think about it, you've slept in all those skincare products from the night before. You want to rinse them off. They've done their job, they're done, they need to be gone. Plus, another thing that really grosses me out, I can't believe I never used to do this, the one thing that I think made the biggest difference is obviously effort, but I train 5 to 6 days a week and I was never cleansing in the morning after the gym. And if you think about it, you're touching your face, you're sweating, you've got all this shit going on, and I wasn't cleansing my face or cleaning it, and this is essentially soap for your face. So I find that I was soaping and washing my body, why was I not washing my face? So that is one thing that made the biggest difference, is cleansing in the morning, especially if you train. You need to cleanse. So that is step number one. Then I go in with my eye cream. So in the morning, I always apply eye cream morning and night. It's not a necessity, but it is something that I enjoy. So I'm pretty sure I heard this. The whole reason behind eye creams is it's just basically a more concentrated version of your face moisturizer. But for any people that have sensitive skin, if you're putting too thick a cream on top, on the skin around your eyes, it can cause milia, those little white bumps. Because the skin around your eyes is so thin and fragile and delicate, you need to take extra care of it. So I'd say unless you have any issues, an eye cream isn't a necessity. A lot of facialists and people, it depends who you talk to. I've watched a few videos where some people say it's not a necessity. My facialist has recommended it to me. I enjoy using it. But I know that there are different eye creams for different issues. So if you get dark circles, I use the Ultra Moisture eye cream. So I use my ring finger, a small amount, and pat it on. I never rub, I always pat. Like I said, it's so delicate around your eye area and your eyes will form wrinkles pretty easily if you're not gentle with that area. Then I go in with, this is another holy grail product that I highly recommend you check it out, depending on what your concerns are. So this is the Hylamide Glow Radiance Booster. So this is from the Abnormal Beauty Company. So if you have heard of The Ordinary, the other cheaper skincare brand, so this is the sister brand. So there's 3 levels to that entire company. So there's The Ordinary, the Abnormal Beauty Company, and then there's one above. So they're different price brackets. So The Ordinary is really cheap. This one's in the mid-range, and then there's a super expensive one. Not super expensive, but it's high-end prices. So this is in the mid-range, so I think this is about $30. You saw that I use 5 drops altogether, and I use it morning and night, and this lasts me at least a month and a half. So what this is, so it's a radiance booster, so it's basically fake tan for your face, but it doesn't make you orange, it just gives you a subtle glow so that you have some life to your face. One of my issues with my skin is I get redness, and if you are a fake tanner, you know that one of the reasons when you put fake tan on your face is it evens out your complexion, and that's basically what this does. When your skin is more tanned, less redness shows up. The more pale you are, the more redness can show up. There's nothing wrong with redness, each to their own, but personally I don't like being red. It's something I've always had to deal with, being a netballer my whole life. I'm always red. I'm red after the gym for hours. So this is just something that gives me a little bit of extra confidence. It evens out my complexion and it is stunning. I love this product and I would highly, highly, highly recommend it if that's something that would interest you. It's just a gradual everyday booster. It never gets too intense, and like I said, I apply it every morning and every night. It's just a godsend. I freaking love this product. So next up is my day cream, and this is the last step in my morning routine. This is the Ultraceuticals Ultra UV Protective Daily Moisturiser SPF 50. I cannot reiterate this enough. You need to be wearing SPF. It doesn't matter whether you have a job indoors. If you're sitting anywhere near a window, you need SPF. If you work in transport and you're driving a car all day, or a truck or a van, you need SPF. The sun is what ages us the quickest. UV is what will age us and what will give away your age. Plus skin cancers, you need to be wearing SPF. I've had 6 moles off and I'm 24. And I currently have a melanoma on my back that I am getting removed. I cannot reiterate how important sunscreen is, not even for superficial reason of looking young and making your skin look nice. You need to protect yourself. Australia is fucked. The sun is incredibly harsh. Please, 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 if you do not use an SPF in your skincare routine for the daytime, please go and get one. I beg you. You need to be using skincare. You need to be using sunscreen. Plus, like I said, it will help you age slower. Therefore, you won't need to worry about any wrinkles anytime soon. Use it every single day. If you're using, I know that there's worries and fears around sunscreen clogging your pores and this and that. There are different skincare sunscreens that you can get. So I know that Ultraceuticals, you may not like this one, it may be a bit too pricey, but there are definitely certain levels. If you go to Priceline, I know that The Ordinary has a sunscreen. If you go on Adore Beauty, there's lots of skincare sunscreens that are good for your skin. They're not going to clog your pores, but honestly, it's still no reason to not wear a sunscreen. Please, please, please use a sunscreen. So that is my daytime routine. I have 2 lip products that I use day and night. So during the day, I will then pop on my Carmex and go about my day. I like to use Carmex during the day. It's just nice and thin, keeps my lips nice and hydrated. Love Carmex. I've used it for years and years and years. Now moving on to my nighttime routine. Like I said, my nighttime routine differs slightly from my daytime routine. So my first step in my nighttime routine is cleansing. Again, I use my Ultra Balancing Gel Cleanser, although at nighttime I always do a double cleanse, especially if you're wearing makeup. You can maybe get away with a single cleanse at night if you're not wearing any makeup whatsoever, but you will have sunscreen on because you will have gone out and bought yourself a sunscreen to wear during the day. That is one reason that you should be doing a double cleanse, just to make sure you're removing all the sunscreen, because like I said, sunscreen can clog your pores sometimes. So you want to make sure you're removing it so that through the night your skin has time to rebuild, repair, breathe, whatever. But air pollution is a thing. Some day creams can help, can put a barrier on your face to protect you from UV damage, aka the sun, and it can also create a barrier to protect you from air pollutants that's all this shit in the air. So like car exhaust, all the stuff from the factories, all the stuff from the cafes, all the fat from all the fast food restaurants pumping out into the air. Basically, you want to make sure your face is protected from all that because it's an air pollutant at the end of the day. There's lots of nasties in the air. So with that being said, that is why you want to do a double cleanse at night. You want to make sure you're removing the sunscreen from the day. You want to make sure you're removing everything that's on your skin that your day cream has protected from penetrating your skin, and you just want to give it a good clean. Again, you don't hop in the shower at the end of the day and just rinse with water. You wash your body with soap. So you want to make sure that you're doing a double cleanse at night. I bet you if you have any issues with texture or anything like that, you will notice some sort of improvement if you start doing a double cleanse at night, because you would have no idea how much extra dirt you would get off your face in that second cleanse. Remember, there's good ingredients in this that you're paying for that are active, that want to actually penetrate your skin and can't because it's too busy doing its first job of removing the shit that it's working through to get to your skin. So look at it like that. double cleanse at night. Please, 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 please. Double cleanse. It takes 60 seconds. That's 1 goddamn minute, okay? Double cleanse. Whatever cleanser you want. Just... Then, my nighttime routine, I use an extra product, which is the Even Skin Tone Smoothing Serum in Mild. This is my third and final holy grail product that has changed my life. Again, depending on what your skin concerns are or what you're concerned about, mine is my complexion and my redness, and this helps even out my complexion and reduce my redness. So this is what gives me such clear, beautiful complexion. Thankfully, I'm very lucky to have very clear skin. I don't have to worry about acne or breakouts or anything like that. I barely even get a breakout during that time of the month. I'm very, very lucky, so my issue is redness, and this has been an absolute godsend. So I apply this straight. It's my first skincare product after I cleanse. I pat this into the skin. I very rarely rub products into my face, and if I do, I'm very careful about which way I'm rubbing and pulling, because you never want to pull down, you always want to pull up. So I pat this into my skin, and you don't want to go anywhere near the eye area. It's just for mainly where you get redness. So I really focus this on my cheeks, but this is the first step in my nighttime routine. I love, love, love this. Then while that product is absorbing, I always like to let that sink in for at least a minute. I then go in with my Ultra Moisture Eye Cream. Again, I use the same eye cream morning and night. Then once my serum has absorbed, I go back in with my Hylamide Glow Radiance Booster, Holy Grail product. Put this on. I like to wake up with a glowy, fresh complexion, so I love, love, love. And then finally, it's my night creams, the Ultraceuticals Ultra Rich Moisture Cream. Intense nourishment, hydrates, smooths, and softens. So I'm completely out of this product. I need to get more. But this has been incredible. A small amount goes a very long way, but it is the best. Ultra nourishing, super hydrating. I freaking love it. Then nighttime, for my lips, I use the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. I love this because one thing I always wanted, I am a dry person, so I get dry skin on my body, on my face, and I get really dry lips if I go even an hour without applying Carmex. It's really annoying, but it's just the way it is. So for nighttime, obviously I'm not waking up and applying lip cream every hour, but the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask, I'd heard so much about it, and I was like, could it really be that good and that hydrating, whatever? Oh my gosh, this shit's amazing. You wake up in the morning and you still feel this on your lips. I love it. Some people wouldn't like the feeling of this on their lips during the day, but I actually really like it. It makes them shiny and look glossy. I love lip gloss lips, so it's probably not everyone's cup of tea for the daytime, but at night when you're sleeping, this is amazing. I use a different moisturizer when I do my makeup. So depending if it's a daytime event or a nighttime event, if it's a daytime event, I will go in with my sunscreen moisturizer. That's perfectly fine, depending on if there's flash photography, but because obviously if there's flash photography, sunscreen is what causes the flashbacks. So you just want to be careful of that. But again, I'd rather sacrifice that and protect my skin rather than do it for the photos. But nighttime, I do use a different moisturizer. I use my Olay Luminous Whips. This is just one of the mini. I've been traveling a lot lately, so I just take the mini with me. I've spoken about this on my Instagram. This is honestly such a good base for makeup, and I know a lot of you messaged me when you tried it out and said how good it was. This shit underneath makeup as a primer is phenomenal. It's a luminous whip, so it's really, really hydrating. Makeup just sits so well on top of it because it doesn't make you slippery or slick. It's actually kind of mattifying, which I wouldn't have thought I'd love, but because it's so hydrating, because it's luminous, my skin doesn't look dry. Makeup just glides on top. So this is actually what I use when I do my makeup at night. I don't use my sunscreen moisturizer, I use my Olay Whip. Now I want to talk about extra products, face masks, things like that. So the first thing that I want to talk about is facial mists. I love facial mists, especially during the day when I'm not wearing makeup. My skin can feel really dry suddenly. It's really frustrating, and that's why I find facial mists are a must. Plus, when you're wearing makeup and you need to set your face, you do have like makeup setting sprays, which are really good. But a lot of them can have alcohol in it. That's actually what they use to set them, and that's what gives the makeup the longevity, is it's just full of alcohol. Not all of them, but generally if it's a makeup setting spray, they can have alcohol in them, which isn't great. So I like to go with alternatives. Plus I like dewy, hydrated makeup. I don't really like matte makeup. So I use facial mists for everything, just to freshen me up, to wake me up, to set my makeup, to refresh my makeup in the middle of the night. I use them for everything. They are the best. So I have two favorites. My first favorite is the Quarterly Beauty Elixir Smoothing Glowing Complexion. These are beautiful. I have one in my fridge, one in my makeup bag, and one in my bathroom. So I have these everywhere. The one that I keep in my fridge is nice and cool and it wakes me up in the morning. I freaking love it. It's just a really beautiful, refreshing scent. It's so hydrating. It sets my makeup beautifully because it has such a beautiful mist. I really, really love this. This isn't a necessity. Facial mists generally aren't, but they're nice to have. So not a necessity, but they are nice to have. Then I have the MAC Prep and Prime MAC Fix Plus. This is an oldie but a goodie. Everyone uses this. It's good, it's hydrating, it's really good at setting makeup. This is definitely one that I would recommend to use for setting makeup, but you can also use this as a refresher. It's super hydrating. The only reason why I don't like this is it's quite pricey. So I don't really like using this every day. I leave this mainly to set my makeup. I don't like using it every day because it can get a bit expensive, because you can burn through this pretty quickly. Plus, I kind of hate the spray on this. It pisses me off. They need to make it more misty. Then another one that I have, but I don't have the physical bottle because I'm all out. It's called Cinch, and I think it's a 3-in-1 or 10-in-1 or something like that. Something ridiculous. I'll leave a photo of it. It is incredible. At first, I didn't like it. I hated the smell. It stinks, and I thought that it kind of tingled, but that was incredible. So there's a couple of cons to it. It doesn't smell great, and you need to leave your eyes closed for a couple of seconds, otherwise it will sting your eyes. And it does leave little white dots on your face that you need to rub in. So I wouldn't recommend using it as a makeup setting spray, but that spray makes you look so glowy, so moisturized, so hydrated, and it actually does hydrate. That mist was amazing. And then moving on to extra products, things that I don't use as often, but they are definitely in my weekly routine. So first up is the Skinstitute Glycolic Scrub 14%. So it deep cleanses and exfoliates. Oh god. So this I only use depending on what I'm using it for. So on my nose, I use it maybe once or twice a week. On my nose, this is really good for clearing out blackheads, just deeply cleansing because it has glycolic acid in it. It's just good at penetrating, removing all that dirt, helping to soften down the blackheads. So I use this once or twice a week depending on how it's looking. Again, I don't really have that big of a concern when it comes to blackheads, but if I leave it, they can build up. This is a newer product. I've only been using it for about a month and a half, but I've enjoyed it. The main reason though why I use this, which may be TMI, but I get pimples on my bum. I get sweat pimples from training in the gym. It's bound to happen. If you train as often as 5 to 6 days a week, you're most likely going to get pimples on your bum. It can be genetics. It is what it is. There's no point being weird about it. But I get pimples on my bum every now and again. It's quite frustrating. And if you leave them, they can actually scar, or if you pick them or whatever. So I use this. It was recommended to me from the girls at Laser Clinics. She said that this can help reduce it because just exfoliating isn't enough. So the way I use it, I actually use it dry. I don't let any water on my bum. I put it on dry, I scrub it, rub it in, and she's told me to leave it for like a couple of minutes just so that it can fully penetrate. So that is what I do, and it has helped. So I use this for 2 reasons. So if either of those are concerns for you, you're bloody welcome. Next up, I have the Face Halo. This thing is a godsend. If you're using face wipes, you need to cut the shit. A, they are incredibly bad for you. They are full of shit. And if they're not bad for you, they're bad for the goddamn environment, okay? I don't know why face wipes are still a thing. I don't know why brands are still making them, but it needs to stop. So please, for the love of God, if you're using face wipes, stop. Face Halo, you buy one pack, you get 3 in it, and I think it's like $30 or $20. And you get 200 washes out of each pad. So that's 600 washes for $30. And you get one wipe out of one face wipe. So you do the maths, you're gonna save money in the long run, and you're gonna help save the environment. Please stop using face wipes. This is a godsend. I use it to take off my clay masks. I use it to take off my makeup. So when I'm wearing a full face of makeup, I don't use my first, so obviously when I wear a full face of makeup, I do a double cleanse. Always, always, always. Please, for the love of God, do a double cleanse if you're wearing makeup. But I don't use the first cleanse to remove makeup. Lord, no. I use this to take off 90 to 95% of my makeup. I try and get as much off as possible. I always rub. I do scrub a little bit, which isn't great, but I'm very delicate around my eye area. But I use this to take off 99% of my makeup if I can, and then I go in with a double cleanse. This is freaking unreal to remove face masks, to remove makeup. It is amazing, and all you need is water. You don't put cleanser on this, all you need is water. Then face masks and a bit of pampering, things that you don't need, but it's nice. My favorite clay mask in the entire world is the Elias Skin Pink Perfect Australian Pink Clay Mask to detoxify and brighten. Yes, I have foil on top because that's how much I use this. I broke the fucking lid. This is hands down the best clay mask I've ever used in my entire life. Clay masks, again, are very scary for people with dry skin because clay is generally dehydrating. This, I put this on and I remove it and my skin feels hydrated. It is voodoo, this shit in this bottle. It is amazing. It's cruelty free and vegan. Please, for the love of God, if you have not tried this face mask, try it. It's also not too harsh. I used a Aesop clay mask. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen I left it on for like 20 minutes and I took it off and my skin was red. It did not like it. So that has its limits. Apparently you can only leave it on for like max 10 minutes, otherwise you fuck. This one you can leave on for as long as you want. You can forget about it and then rinse it off. That's what I like. It's super flexible. It doesn't ruin your skin, but the biggest thing that I love about this face mask is how my skin feels after it. I almost feel like I don't even need to put moisturizer on, whereas clay masks I've used in the past, my skin is dying for moisture. So this is beautiful. I do this at least once a week, sometimes twice a week, but I always like to have at least one pamper night a week. But once or twice a week I use this one. I love it. Sheet masks in general, I'm a huge sheet mask person. You would know if you follow me on Instagram. Skin Republic is probably my favorite sheet mask brand for the price. These are the most expensive sheet mask you can get from Skin Republic is I think $14, and they are amazing. My favorite one that I use, the hyaluronic acid plus collagen, amazing, love it. They just have so many body creams or moisturizers. The one that I really love is the Brazilian Bum Bum cream from Sol. This one, love this. It smells amazing. Oh, it smells so good, but it's too expensive to continuously use. I think this is my third tub. It does last quite a while, but it's $60 or $80 a tub. Like, it's so expensive that I can't really justify it, but it's lovely. My skin feels so incredibly hydrated all day. It's not tacky, it sinks in, but your skin just feels hydrated. I love it. But in saying that, I get the exact same effect and they smell just as good. The Hideaway body custards. I have Sex on the Beach and Flower Bomb. These smell incredible. It's as strong as perfume. When I wear these, I don't generally put on perfume because that's how good they are. And my skin feels so hydrated and moist when I wear these. So, and these I think are only $15 a tub and they last forever because they're so rich. A little bit goes a long way. So I love the Hideaway body custards. They're really good. Honey. Once a week I do like to give my face a good deep exfoliant with a product. So I still use my Vanity Planet brush. I just put a bit of cleanser on here and give my face a good deep exfoliant once a week. I don't like to do it too often, otherwise my skin doesn't react very well. But once a week I do like to do a good deep cleanse. Sometimes I do twice a week depending on how my skin's looking. Well guys, that is my entire skincare routine. I hope this was somewhat helpful. Like I said, take everything I've said with a grain of salt. Don't think that what works for me is 100% going to work for you. If you have any of the same concerns as me and I'm boasting about a product, go out and try it. Go and get a tester if you can. The 3 products, like I said, I highly recommend is the cleanser, the Even Skin Tone Smoothing Serum and the Glow Radiance Booster. They are my 3 ride or dies. I use them every single day without fail, and I will never stop using them. I highly recommend checking them out, especially check out that Alaya face clay mask. That shit is kryptonite as well. I hope this was helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was everything that you wanted. I am so happy I finally got to film this. I also wanted to film this with no makeup on so that you guys could see my skin. But yeah, I'm glad I finally got it up for you guys and you're seeing it. Let me know your thoughts, your feedback, if you've tried any of these products, if you can vouch for them as well, or let me know if there's any products you're interested in trying. I would love to know. But thank you guys so much for watching and supporting me. It really does mean the world. Also, let me know down in the comments below what you would like to see me film next. I'm gonna need some assistance with some video ideas, so let me know. Honey asks that you like and subscribe. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up so that I know you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you all have a lovely day or night wherever you are in the world. Honey and I adore you all very, very much, and we'll see you in our next video. Bye guys. Bye bye.